also mentioned Netaji meeting Hitler. What would you like to share with our viewers with regards to that? The things that you heard from your mother or others?
It was a very difficult relationship. First of all, my father was not at all friendly disposed towards the Nazi regime. But since the Soviet Union turned down in 1941 to help India and just allowed him to pass through the Soviet Union on his way to Germany, it was one country which, from their own interest point of view, was opposing the British at the time. But Germany was a racist country, much more than it is now, and the Indians were not considered their equals. I mean, they were dark-skinned and therefore of an inferior race. If the concept of race makes any sense at all, which biologically it doesn't. And so the German government, in part at least, and particularly in the top leadership, meaning Hitler, was sort of very half-hearted about supporting India. As long as they saw a potential interest to themselves, they did to some extent. But once the fortunes of war had changed, India became less interesting for them, and the only thing that they were willing to do is to help him, which was not that easy at the time either, to get to the Far East in order to join the freedom movement there. And it was not so easy because a war was ongoing, and they sent him by submarine around Africa, which was a dangerous journey, was a long journey, was technologically a difficult journey at the time. Yeah. So, and it took a long time till he managed to get an appointment to see Hitler. And ultimately that meeting was not very satisfactory. I mean, in India, some people see that in a different manner. They feel that Hitler was a friend of India, which I would say, was not. He was a very evil and ill-advised individual with absolutely insane ideas. And as far as world politics is concerned, one can only be happy that he lost, or his country lost the war. I mean, Hitler supported him insofar as I mentioned that he gave him the opportunity to get to the Far East, and that was certainly also an adventurous and dangerous undertaking.
Yes.
But ultimately, Netaji was forced to get the support of people whose values he certainly did not share, and he was quite upset about things, even though he too may not have known what all had been going on during the Second World War in terms of the treatment of Jews, of Sinti and Roma, and disabled people and all sorts of things. I mean, this regime was pretty horrible.